Okay, so we all know generative AI has been a total game changer, right? But what if you could run all that power entirely on your own computer? I mean, completely offline. Well, today, we're going to dive into something called Foundry Local. It's a new tool from Microsoft that promises to do just that, to put a personal AI powerhouse right on your desktop. So, you love the power of AI, but maybe you're a little worried about the cloud. Yeah, you are definitely not alone on that one. Look, as amazing as cloud-based AI services are, they come with, well, let's call them strings attached. And a lot of us, especially developers, are starting to wonder about them. It's this classic trade-off, isn't it? Power versus control. All right, let's dig into that, this cloud conundrum. I mean, what are the hidden costs? What are the trade-offs we've all been making to get access to these incredible models? It really boils down to a few key things.
First up, and this is a big one, the cost. I mean, the bill. Every single API call, every token it generates, every little query you send to a cloud service, it all adds up. It's this pay-as-you-go world that can get really, really expensive, especially if you're just trying to experiment or build something big.
And then there's the other big one, data privacy. Think about it. To get an answer from a cloud AI, you have to send your stuff, your prompts, your private documents, maybe even your secret code up to someone else's server. For anyone working with sensitive or proprietary info, it's a total non-starter.
And of course, there's the cloud's Achilles heel. You have to be online, all the time. If you're on a plane, or out in the middle of nowhere, or, let's be real, your Wi-Fi just decides to quit on you, poof, your AI-powered app just stops working, dead in the water.
Okay, but what if we could just flip this whole thing on its head? What if instead of sending your data out to some giant data center, you could bring the AI data center to your desktop? Bring the model to your data right on your own machine. Well, that is exactly the promise behind this new tool from Microsoft called Foundry Local. It's designed to tackle these exact problems we've been talking about by completely rethinking where the AI number crunching actually happens. So what is it? At its heart, Foundry Local is what we call an on-device inference solution. Now, that's just a fancy way of saying the AI does all its thinking right there on your computer. And here's the absolute key. You don't need a cloud connection. You don't need an Azure subscription. It's all about pure, unadulterated local power. And if you look at the key promises here, they line up perfectly with the problems we just laid out. You run models 100% locally? Bam, your data stays private. It has an OpenAI-compatible API? That means developers can swap it into their apps super easily. And maybe the best part of all? No sign-up, no subscription required at all.
Okay, this all sounds fantastic, right? But you might be wondering, how does this actually work? How can my little laptop do what a massive data center does? Well, the magic here is all in the intelligent design. So, let's pop the hood and see what's going on inside.
So check this out. The process is actually brilliantly simple. You just run a command and ask for a model, say Phi 3.5-mini. Then Foundry Local acts like a super smart matchmaker. It takes a peek at your hardware. It checks if you've got an NVIDIA graphics card with CUDA, or maybe one of those new Qualcomm NPUs, that's a neural processing unit, or even just a standard CPU. And here's the cool part. It automatically finds and downloads the perfect version of that model, the one that's optimized for your exact machine. You don't have to do anything. It's all automated.
All right, the tech is clearly smart. No doubt about that. But is it actually easy to use? Let's take a look at what it takes to go from zero to a running AI model on your machine.
Seriously, it does not get much simpler than this. Once you do a quick install, you just pop open your terminal and type this one command, Foundry Model Run Phi 3.5-mini. And that's it. That single line of text will download the model for you if you don't have it already, and then it immediately drops you into an interactive chat session. It's just incredibly easy to get started.
And once you're running, you've basically got two main ways to interact with it. On one hand, you can do a quick chat right there in your terminal, what we call the Command Line Interface, or CLI. It's perfect for just messing around and experimenting. But if you're a developer and you want to build this power into your own apps, that's where the SDKs, the software development kits, come in.
And speaking of those SDKs, they've got you covered for the languages that most developers are already using day to day. So whether you're a C# dev, a Python guru doing data science, or building cool stuff for the web with JavaScript, there's an SDK ready for you to plug this local AI right into your projects.
So let's step back for a second. We've got this tool that's powerful, it's optimized for our own machines, and it's super easy to use. But what's the bigger picture here? Why does this shift to local AI actually matter so much right now?
This really brings it all home. You need to process sensitive data with total, complete privacy? Check. It all stays on your device. You want to build an AI feature that works on a plane with no internet? Check. How about getting those super fast, low latency responses you need for a real-time app? Well, with no network lag, that's a big check. And for all the developers out there, it means you can prototype and just play around with these powerful models to your heart's content without ever worrying about a giant cloud bill showing up.
And hey, don't just take my word for it. The official Microsoft documentation makes this core promise crystal clear. It says, and I'm quoting here, Foundry Local is designed to run inference on your device. Your prompts and model outputs are processed locally. That's it. That's the guarantee, right from the source.
So what's the barrier to entry here? How many Azure subscriptions do you need? What's the price tag to get started? The answer is right here, a big, fat zero. This is all about empowering you to use the hardware that you already own.
And that really brings us to the final, and I think the most exciting question of all. When you take away those constraints, when cost and connectivity and data privacy are no longer issues, and you suddenly have this personal AI powerhouse sitting right on your own machine, what new doors does that open? What are you going to build?